Hey, everybody. Um, this is take two. So, what I'm doing right now, it's beginning of the year, and one of the things that I was working on was some goals. And this was prompted in a large part by uh, Darren Rouse's Pro Blogger 218, which really talked about goals and made me think about what I needed to do to my website to increase traffic, to get some more social media, pointing folks to my blog, my blog posts, so they can learn about more about my business. So with that, I was doing a lot of listening about podcasts, and he also talked about a style guide. So packaging that all up, here are 9 things that you can do with your old content in order to get more traffic. And Brian Dean from Backlinko talked about this, and he said that repurposing, or not repurposing, but shaping your old content would help you get more traffic. That simply by making it stronger would get you more traffic. So these are the 9 things that I'm looking at doing to do exactly that. So I'm going to share my screen and show you some of the things that I'm doing specifically to increase traffic. So let's go do it. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm just going to share the whole screen. So bear with me. I'm going to minimize this. So here we are. We are on basically the back end of my blog site. And so the first thing that I'm looking at, or the first thing that I've already done, is I went through all the categories on my site. So the categories, I had probably 8-10 categories, and I reduced them down to a good solid 4 or 5 that somebody could go through. So talking about business strategies, business tools, reviews that I'm doing, and social media and web strategies. So that was the first thing. So I went through all the different posts, and I have 75 posts, and made sure that they were in one major category. So before I had them in multiple categories, I took that away. I just wanted them down to one category. So that was the first thing that I did. The next thing that I did is I made sure that each of my posts had a featured thumbnail. And those featured thumbnails, I happen to color code them related to the categories. So business strategy has a dark blue, reviews has a red, etc., as we're going down the line. So I wanted to make sure that I had that. So if you're using WordPress, one of the tools that you may want to consider adding is called Feature Image Admin Thumb. And this allows you to see if all your web pages, all your blog posts have a thumbnail attached to them. So that's really key. And I'll talk about other tools that I'm using, and then I will package them up into a blog post and tell you all the different tools that I'm using. So the first thing was setting my categories. The next thing is making sure that I had a good image for each of my blog posts. With that in mind, Darren Rouse talked about in Pro Blogger 216 about having a style guide. And one of the things that he strongly recommended was to make sure that your titles were all consistent. So it's either title case, or perhaps it is sentence case. Whatever you're doing, making sure that each one was the same. And going through my blog, I realized I had not been doing this. So they weren't consistent. And so that's one of the things that I went in and fixed. And part of that fixing is I also made sure that on my thumbnail images, my feature images, that was all consistent. doing the same thing. So that's number 3, making sure that your titles are consistent. So one of the other things dealing with titles, and it goes through with the rest of the blog, is to make sure that you're using keywords effectively. So there's a tool that I use, it's called Yoast SEO, and that will let me know if I'm doing well in this. So this is where I'm going as far as the next steps in refreshing my blog post, is to make sure that I have good keywords. And on my blog, on this site, this SEO score helps identify that. So a green is really good. Orange, I have things to improve. They're okay, but they're not great. And then, continuing down, I have other posts. So far, I'm in the green and the orange, and I know that there's probably some red and some other ones in there. Okay, so I that's something that I have to go fix. I have to go and look at each post, make sure that the keywords are being used correctly. That'll help drive more traffic, because people are searching for those particular terms, those keywords. They're searching for that and going there. And Yoast SEO helps do exactly that. It also helps with readability. So I have some blog posts that I need to make some improvements on how the blog post is shaped so people can read it easily. There is also another tool that I use, is called Grammarly. And as we dig into the post itself, I'll show you a little bit about that. So the number 4 thing is making sure that readability is set. And along with that, number 5 is making sure that keywords are set. So keywords, number 5, Grammarly, readability is number 5, 4, 5 in that order. And let's go take a look at that. So as I go into my blog post itself, I'm going to pull up that particular blog post. And show you those particular tools. So another thing that I'm going to be doing on my blog post, as I'm going to talk to you about the readability part, is I'm also creating videos for my blog posts. And I'm going to try to get a video into each one of them, because video is very powerful in the readability, or as far as generating traffic. So let's scroll on down. And one thing that I want to show you is down at the bottom of, at the bottom of the post, is this circle that's going round and round, right? So that is Grammarly. So Grammarly is a wonderful tool that it lets you, it helps to identify problems in your writing that you could fix. So setting up an easy to access folder is suggestion the folder. So I'm going to ignore that because I'm confident that's good. But as I look through my blog posts, I'm looking for those red lines, and that'll let me know of areas that I need to improve. So I missed something somewhere. Okay, so right here, 4, 2, but those are actually titles for different blog posts. So I'm going to not mess with those. But one of the things that I noticed, that when my early blog posts that did not benefit from Grammarly, when I went back to look at them, I noticed a lot of errors. And Grammarly is one of those tools that will help prevent those things. So let me move up to my right here. On the right-hand side, readability is good, SEO is good. those are things that I'm definitely looking at to get some green yeses there. And that is in a tool called Yoast SEO. And what I can do is I could put in a keyword or a key phrase, and it will analyze my blog post based on that key phrase and identify problems. So the key phrase does not appear in the first paragraph of the copy. Make sure that the topic is clear immediately. So this is an area that I would go to back up to here and see if I can rewrite this paragraph a little bit to ensure that I have that key phrase, right? So here I create a bookmark folder, and I call it a bookmarks folder here. So let me put an S on there, and I'll have to go back and update the post. And that should clear out once I've updated. So let me go ahead and update. And let's go back to Yoast SEO, and you can see that problem has been corrected. The other one is no meta description has been specified. Otherwise, it'll take the first paragraph. So I can add metadata if I wanted to. Okay, so that's making sure that I use Yoast SEO. So another tool that I have started using is called Social Warfare, and I'll talk about this in another blog post. But Social Warfare allows you to add additional images. So like Pinterest, putting a Pinterest image that is long and tall in there along with a good Pinterest description. So that is one of the things that I want to do, is come back to all these posts and get a good Pinterest image, and that will help the shareability. And that's one of the goals that I want to do, is to increase the sharing on social media, being able to point things and increase traffic back here. I can also create custom tweets and other social media based on this. And social media or Social Warfare also adds a bar at the bottom of your blog post that have your different social sharing tools, or where you want them, where it's recommended. This is also a nice tool in the fact that you can insert a tweet in the middle of your blog post, and then if people come to your site, they can easily tweet that. And here are other social buttons so that I can add. So I'll cancel that. So those are specific things, right? So adding a video, adding my Pinterest images, those are things I want to do. Let me go back to all posts and whoops, let me stay and update. Not sure what I did, but I think it was good. And go back to all posts. So also based on that Social Warfare tool, one of the things that I also know is how the social shares are. So I can keep track on the number of social shares for each post, and this is tied back to that Social Warfare plugin. The other area that I'm looking at, this goes back to Yoast SEO, is the number of internal links that you have on your website. So ideally, you're trying to interconnect your website and kind of create a stickiness where when when folks are coming to look at your blog post, now they find another blog post, they go check out that, and it increases the number of posts that they're seeing. So one of the goals I have in my Google Analytics is I would like people to check out 3 or more pages on my website when they come there. So one way of doing that is increasing the internal links. So this first column lets you know that the number of internal links in this post. So in this particular post, I am linking out to 5 other sites. However, because it's a brand new post, I don't have any posts linking back to it. So one of the things that I'm going to do is go look at specifically like Google Analytics and where I talk about dashboards and link back to this particular post. And that'll increase, hopefully increase the amount of traffic that I have on my site because people are staying and they're exploring more things. So the last thing that I want to talk about is broken links. And one of the tools that I'm using is called a broken link checker. So broken link checker, go over here, and under my settings, I have a link checker. And when I click on that, and that's the wrong place. Sorry. I just had it. Where did I lose it? Oh, tools. Under tools. I'm sorry. Under tools, I have broken links. Okay. So this will show me links that are not working properly. They were working properly at one time and now they're broke. So for this particular post, I have a number of links that are linking to Amazon affiliate. They have since made some tweaks to their Amazon store. And so those links are not working as well as they should. So one of the things that I can do is I can edit that particular URL right here or dismiss it. A lot of different options that I have for a link. But the nice thing is I can do it right here and make those changes. Or I can go edit my post and make the changes here. But I'm finding out that this is very convenient and you can do it right in this space. In some cases, like 404, if I cannot find a good link to that particular page, it's gone. One of the things I may do is just unlink it. So I will remove the link entirely, but I may still be referencing that information. Not ideal, but it's an option that I have available. So these are things that I will have to go check out. I have 13 of them that I need to fix. So that's the other thing that will increase, because Google really likes it if you have good, clean information and you don't have broken links. So let's recap on what we're doing here. So first thing, take care of your categories, or at least that's what I'm doing in my case, taking care of categories and taking care of the thumbnails, the featured thumbnails. And one note on this tool, I can just click on the image itself and make the change right here. So that's very convenient. I don't have to open up every blog post. So categories, featured images, want to make sure that they jive back and forth with the titles and make sure the titles are consistent. Either title case or sentence case. I am going to use Grammarly and Yoast SEO to make sure that my blog posts are readable, and go through the blog posts. Is there anything, images that need to be changed? If there's text that need to be adjusted, look at keywords also. So that's number 5, being able to look at those keywords. Can you enhance that blog post by internal linking? Adding some links that go to other blog posts that you have. So there's kind of a web that you're creating. using tools like social warfare, adding Pinterest images or Twitter images as part of your strategy, and make sure that they're in there. Incorporating video. Video is becoming more and more important, and that should be something that you incorporate into your strategy. I was just listening to a presentation this evening, and Marcus Sheridan, he indicated that no one really cares what you look like or how you're acting on the video. They're really there for the content. So I hope that's true. And that's where we're at. And then finally, make sure that you clean up all your broken links, and that'll help increase the amount of traffic. So there's 9 things for you to do to improve your blog post to get more traffic. So I want to thank you. Thank you very much. Let me go back here and stop screen sharing. So I'm back. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching this. Sorry if you were on earlier and got, had that little hiccup. If you like this particular video presentation, please give me a thumbs up, the like. Leave comments. Is there something that you are doing specifically to refresh your blog post, get more traffic? Do you have any questions? Is there something that I should be answering? Please add that. And then finally, subscribe. I'm going to continue adding these. This is kind of my journey, but I really want to help you guys. Business owners, we got to kind of hang together to kind of figure this out. So let me help where I can. So I appreciate you checking this out, and success with your business, and make some good goals for 2018.